welcome to the A-Wing Team Championship games. Basically, this was just a team competition where there were 4 players on each side, and we had to make up 4 teams with 4 different factions. There weren't really any major restrictions other than unique cards, unique pilot cards and things like that couldn't be used across the factions, and everything else was available. So today we've got Good Game Adelaide, Jake flying Darth Vader with Hate, Fire Control and Afterburners, Duchess with Trick Shot and Shield Upgrade, Saiyan with Marksmanship and Gideon with Elusive, versus Knights of the Porg Republic with me, Andy V, with Darth Maul. Darth has got Hate, General Grievous and Shield Upgrade, the Feathen Otraw Autopilot, Separatist Drone with Energy Shell Charges, well, 3 of them. So it should be an interesting match.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I really like the Darth Maul with the kind of mini swarm drones, so it's good fun.
Yeah, it's a really fun list to fly, and I was enjoying it. So I mean, what I did here with the setup was I had the ships facing away, so if I wanted to run away from where Jake set up, I could, or if I wanted to turn into it, I could as well. And from his position here, I thought trying to engage him, so I banked in, and with Maul, I've also banked in as well. So
yeah, well, that sets you up to then just do those hard turns next turn, and you'll if he comes up the side of the board like that, he's then facing you.
Yeah, I think it's good. It leaves my options open, and probably has the best bet of getting that initial range 3 engagement.
Yeah, those energy shell charges are really good on that sort of opening joust. If you can have that range 3 band, you can really maximize that, and then allowing you to get the additional evades or agility, and then giving yourself an extra attack die as well.
Yeah, and that was what I was trying to set up here, and have Maul slot in right in the side as well. So have Maul weaken 1 or 2 of the ships first, and then the drones hopefully to finish it off. And I guess in this list as well, I chose I was going for the pilot skill 3 drones as opposed to the 1, just to stop those matchups where you do have the 2s, like the Rebel Beef sometimes has a lot of 2s and things like that in it.
Yeah, no, it is very much a kind of meta call. Is if you think you're going to see some 2s, then it's perfect. But then in this matchup, they are no different than the 1s.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
It did help in some other of my matchups, but yeah, unfortunately, I think this was a matchup that was in favor of Jake.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, Jake's list as well. So Vader is just Vader, and it's kind of a beefy Vader as well, with Hate, Fire Control, and Afterburners. Normally, you only see either Afterburners or maybe Hate and Fire Control. But it is a very... it is interesting, though, having Hate and Fire Control system. And so if you can shoot at something multiple times and you can use that Fire Control to have the target locked remain, you can get to points of where you don't really need to do actions, and then you're just full of force anyway. So you just regen all this force that, you're not using the force to then regen it.
Yeah, and that's what I like about hate. Hate is such a powerful card. I think it's probably better on a ship like Darth Maul than Vader, for instance.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, Vader is still super powerful with hate on him.
Yeah, both Maul and Dooku with hate is just so good because they're going to take damage, and their abilities are very force hungry.
Yeah.
And so we have Jake's trying to flank here with Duchess.
Yeah, and I think Vader just comes straight in behind the ties.
Yep. And so here, as Jake, well, you probably remember what actually happened, but looking at this, it's either Jake just 5 straights away. Oh, so you've just missed that.
Yeah, and in retrospect, it's one of those things where I should have maybe did the 1 hard instead of the 2 hard.
Yeah.
Because as you see, the next turn, the range 3 engagement isn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, then he's got the ability to get in much closer.
Yeah. So I guess ideally what I'd want to be doing is getting rid of one of his ships a turn. Or not a turn, but maybe getting rid of one of the ties straight away.
Well, an interesting thing you can actually do with the 1, with the Belbalob, is actually go in a lot faster and then boost for the block.
Yeah.
And you put it right up in front so that if the tires were to turn in, then if they bump into you, they're without actions and they're like ideally in that range 3, but even in that range 2, then you can still use. And so if you have all yours have mods and they have nothing,
I think that would have been the ideal thing. So if I did a sort of a 5 straight,
yeah, if you do
probably
5
would have got
straight,
me just where the ties were. So I didn't see that when I was playing.
Because with that Belbalob is pretty much just there for Kraken.
Yeah.
As long as it can keep those calculates. So for this engagement, so you have all of them with double calculate. And that's pretty much all it's there for.
Yeah.
And so here, Maul is probably a bit too far back to really be of danger. Because that might nearly even be range 3.
Yeah. Again, if I had done the 5 straight with the Belbalob, Maul could have then done a 3 straight, for instance, rather than the 1 straight, and been right up, almost range 1 on some of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's the scary part of when going against Darth Maul. If he can get like 2 shots at range 1 and have some sort of mods for attacks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vader's just come straight in.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that would have been quite nasty if you were able to block Vader as well.
Yeah.
And then, he can't get his target lock, can't get that focus. So he's just relying on force. But, if you then have 3, well, hopefully they survive, and Maul, you can do a fair bit of damage. But yeah, no, I think Jake is in a really good spot now with Duchess in behind you as well.
Yeah.
And that she'll be able to just follow your ships, and she's got just having from both sides now.
Yeah, at this point, I wasn't super concerned with Duchess. My thoughts here were I should be able to get one of the ties off and badly damage another one. So my thoughts in this match at the moment were it's still in my favour.
Okay. Yeah, no, because all of his ships can shoot first, they'll probably be able to get rid of 1 to 2 drones nearly. Like if he does well.
So that was Vader into number 1.
Okay, yeah.
And
so he does FCS and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then spends...
Yeah, he probably just spend the focus. Double crit, yeah. Oh, and then he'd be able to turn one of them to a crit. But it doesn't matter. So here, yeah, you definitely spend.
Yeah, I was just considering who's to spend.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was a panic pilot. That was a bit too quick.
Yep. There's the jaws.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a bit.
So yeah, Maul's range 3 on Vader and range 2 on the other 2 ties.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
So that's Maul's first roll. Nothing. So yeah, spending the 2 force to go back into it.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I double checked there was I think Jake may have spent that rolled too many dice, but
oh yeah, he did. As you said, it was only range 2.
Yeah. So and then double evades for the double hits.
Yeah. Oh, does he have it?
Yeah, range 3 obstructed. So trick shot, but then Maul gets the extra.
Yeah, and no mods.
So 1 crit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 1 crit.
Oh, yeah.
The evade is there.
You're fine. Yeah, so now here, his 2 ties can just finish off that front. Drone, probably pretty easy.
They should be able to. So I think here he is shooting with Saiyan into number 2.
Okay then.
Because 2 is in
bullseye. Yep.
So Marksman changes it to a crit.
Yep. Oh, and did he roll too many?
No. So actually no, I think he was attacking number 1, sorry, and I was checking the bullseye.
Oh, okay then.
And then I evaded that, and he actually forgot to use Saiyan's ability here.
Because is it you can... But wouldn't it be a spend before?
Yeah, so he forgot to do that.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. Yeah, if you've only got 1, you may as well spend it to do the damage. Oh, yes, and yeah, shooting a damaged target.
Yeah, nice. And then he's killed number 1.
Yeah. Damage sensor.
And I think I just also broke the drone. But yeah, that's I guess that's the problem that I messed up that initial engagement. Was that he just had the range 1 shots and all ships shooting before the drones, they should be able to pop them. So here it was sort of trying to figure out if I should shoot Vader or not. Because I was like, I have Vader, I've got the he's doesn't have tokens, and I've got the energy shell charges, but I decided to go for Saiyan, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I think nearly Vader is probably just try to get some damage through early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, because I was like, I should be able to damage a TIE. So I've got one crit and evades it.
Yep.
And then
it's always the bad luck you get is when you roll.
Yeah.
If you roll blanks with the energy shells.
Yeah. So I changed one to a crit with the card ability, and then spent one to change the other one.
Yep. Oh, that's
so that was hit crit.
Wait, hull breach. Oh, well, that doesn't. With one hull left. Yes.
And then a range 2 from the autopilot.
Ooh. Oh. Nice.
And that looks like Fight Club.
Yeah. Another damage sensor.
Pool Club ball.
Pool Club. So here, at least you've got one off. You did do... Oh, I probably should have been... doing all this. That was a favourable exchange for you.
Yeah.
And... Oh, yeah, so interesting looking at dice now. Jake was doing well with crits, but then also his blanks were higher.
Yeah.
And then... Okay, so his evades also were a little bit low and focuses were high. But then also looking at yours, yeah, your crits and hits are a little bit low. And yeah, your focus blanks are a bit higher for your attack dice.
Yeah.
But it's not big swings there, yeah.
Not yet. And I think with everything, it's going to sort of even itself out over the course of the game.
Yeah. So here, it's a bit of a tricky spot. Nearly even a 3 sloop could have been a good idea.
Yeah.
You could have, like, to the right. And then, yeah, if you've done a 1K there. Yeah, and then they would have actually all been together. I'm not sure about the 1K there, though.
I was concerned. So with the autopilot,
yeah,
I was concerned it was going to hit Gideon.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, like looking back at it, I don't think it would have.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the 1Ks and stuff. I figured I was thinking that he was actually going to do a 4K or
okay,
or 3K or whatever they've got.
Yep.
So I mean, it's put Maul in an alright position, but unfortunately, he had to spend all of his force beforehand.
Yep, and he hasn't been shot at.
Or he hasn't taken any damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was shot at, but didn't take damage.
And Jake's, I'm pretty sure Jake's mind in this was to get rid of the droids before doing serious damage on Maul.
Yeah, and that's actually with Grievous, is actually worth just trying to take out those drones first.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, and yeah, he fits in there.
Bumping everything.
And so if you didn't do that boost, then you would have actually blocked Vader.
Yeah.
Because now Vader can just target lock, focus, do whatever.
Yeah. There was a reason for that I can't recall. There's definitely a good reason.
It's a good reason.
So this is Vader into number 3.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. And that is a dead number 3.
Yeah. Sadly, you're just kind of in a poor spot at the moment now.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
That's into Gideon.
Yep.
And then Gideon
takes a hit crit.
Hit crit, yep.
Oh, he's got elusive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so take the crit. Which is Fuel Leak.
Fuel Leak. Which could be good if you can get
that crit.
If you can get a crit through. But yeah, now Duchess. I don't know now. Now it's a bit tricky even for you where you go. Because you've got one drone left, but he's stress facing the wrong way. Helicopter.
So that's hit,
2
focus.
hits.
2 hits, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, he went into the autopilot.
Oh, yep. Yeah, and now, yeah, the autopilot's in the wrong way. It's a little bit tricky. It'd nearly go too hard with your drone to sit in front of Vader, and then you could probably just do like the one straight with Maul.
Yeah.
So you're doing like this self bump thing, and then Vader. If Vader's going slow, he's going to bump into you. If he wants to try to do the 4K. Yeah, that's a good. And then probably boost, I'm guessing.
No, I think I left that there. And then, yeah, they're too hard.
Yeah. And he's probably done, the K. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Although the other problem with about just looking at it here, the two turn and then having Vader bump is I'd probably want Vader to bump into the drone, not Maul. And if I do the one forward and bump into the drone, Vader will bump into Maul and probably just be able to wreck.
That's true.
Although Vader doesn't have the target lock, so it's not as bad.
Yep. Was he going to clear the crit?
He was thinking about it,
yep.
And he is just focused.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure I did a one bank, but
so yeah, it's still. I know, but unless you can bump the drone first,
Yeah, I think I don't. But
Yeah.
my reasoning there, I think, was to get a slightly better angle for next turn.
Yep. Okay then.
I don't know how much that will work out for me, but
Yeah, it is
And
always a little bit tricky with flying the infiltrators of how far they can move, and
yeah.
and only having that front arc and where that actually puts you.
So I think he's just deciding which ailerons to do, if any.
Or yeah, or if Duchess is just Duchess.
And I'm pretty sure he's chosen not to.
Mm.
Because yeah, now I guess Vader.
Oh, okay then. The third has done that. And then probably just boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the afterburners boost. Get out of the arcs. Have a shot at the drone. At the what do you call that? Autopilot.
Yeah. So yeah, just checking his options.
Yeah, sadly here he's kind of just got rid of all the drones without them doing enough damage.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then you blank out.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I think in this part as well, Jake was thinking about attacking Maul, because Maul doesn't have those shots back, and I think regenning the force here is not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, well, he's going to regen that one force anyway.
It's probably the Kraken that he would want to, or no, not Kraken, the General Grievous that he'd want to stop.
Yeah.
So spends the focus for 3 hits.
Ooh,
2 leads. So he's not dead yet.
Or the little drone that can.
Yeah.
Not
Spends
today.
the focus for nothing. And then the autopilot into Duchess.
And for 1. Yeah, see now here it's... I think Maul, you probably just sloop them.
Yeah.
And that one drone will probably stay where it is then.
Yeah, I think looking at it, I'm pretty sure I probably would have just bumped with the drone, flooped with Maul, and I can't remember what I did with the autopilot because I think I would have been worried a 3 sloop would have hit Duchess or been on the rock.
Yeah, yeah, you're either going to be on that debris or
so maybe a 2 Talon
or a hut.
Or a 210 or a 1 hut.
No, they've only got the sloops.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So here's not bad, and then you could. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you should barrel roll though. In that,
I guess it comes down to what Duchess has done. But it's also a very, very hurting autopilot.
They could nearly put him on the rock.
No, I think it was just off.
Oh, okay.
Or do you mean the bump?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh, it was a bit hard to see. How
I
far
think it
in
was.
that one? Yeah, no, that's
I
heaps
think it
away.
was like millimeters away from the template actually going over the rock, though.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's. It always happens though, more without like locks. He just
Yeah,
spend
try
all
to
that
be
time
so
there.
careful and then
Yeah,
just bump everything.
just bump it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I've really found is more without locks and mods and stuff. Just doesn't seem to work. Like I'll have a focus or something,
Yeah.
and then I'll roll all blanks, or I'll have a lock and I'll roll all eyes.
Yeah.
It's always the way.
You know, here it depends on what Duchess is doing. I'd thought
Doing
of.
one bank ailerons.
Okay, so he's doing his ailerons.
I think Jake didn't expect it to fit because I'm not sure if it does.
Bit
No,
hard to
it
see.
looks
Yeah,
like it.
no, it looks like it didn't. Yeah, it depends on what he's done now. His actual move. From that, it almost looks like he's done like a hard 2 or a 2 bank or something.
Yeah.
Or he's
I
a
think
hard
he just
1.
bumped.
Okay. Yeah, and then Vader just slowly comes in. Yeah, here you are, well behind this damage raise.
Yeah.
And yeah, now having Vader and Gideon being able to shoot at the auto drone, he's probably dead this turn.
Yeah, I think if I were to be able to take off Gideon and Duchess before before I lose the last 2 drones,
Yep.
it could be in my favor still. But yeah, I think at this point I'm pretty far behind.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, 4 and then fire control.
for another crit
Yeah.
in there. So yeah, that's just definitely dead.
Yeah. May as well spend it.
Oh, I think a fuel leak was in there too.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fuel leak. The first crit was a fuel leak, and then yeah, definitely dead. So I think that's just out. Which I don't know why we're measuring.
Yeah, when Maul shoots first.
Yeah. So here we're measuring. Yeah.
Yeah. Here it's either you go for Duchess, which is full.
Gideon
or
has to
just
be the right one.
try to go for Gideon.
I mean, I don't know why I'm measuring for Duchess.
Because that's looking like it's 3 anyway.
I think what I'm doing here is checking who is in range so that if I need to do the second shot,
Ah,
I've got
yes.
that knowledge beforehand.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure I'm going for Gideon.
Yeah. And just hope. If you can get a crit,
So
you spend 1.
yeah, spend 1 to Gideon.
And then you roll 3 of aids.
Yeah,
Oh.
2 evades and a focus. And then second attack into Duchess.
Yep.
For 1.
And
one evade.
Yeah, it's always the trying to do that double shot if you then got no mods at all. Ooh.
Yeah. 2 crits. 2 evades.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just the... it's always those times when it does that. Yeah, now this is a bit harsh for you. Yeah, your blanks have gone a bit higher.
Yeah. So I guess the hits and crits are kind of on average, but yeah, blanks are a bit higher than normal.
Well, then it's just, the focuses are low. But then if your calculates and force and stuff, that's actually where you need it anyway.
Yeah. Whereas Jake's attack is pretty much on average.
Yeah, it looks really average.
And then kind of above average on evades and focus.
Yeah, and his blanks are low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he gets that elusive back.
So yeah, this was one of those games where it felt very frustrating. But looking at it, it's probably more having 2 or 3 dice attacks against 3 agility ships.
Yeah,
was the frustrating thing that I just couldn't get the damage through.
So there, it's probably nearly better just to lock Gideon.
Yeah.
Because if you had 1 force, so, and yeah, even if you can't shoot you with Vader in this turn, yeah, so I think you'll probably just go forward a bit.
Yeah. I think Jake wanted to get it exactly right, just in case the arc. I mean, I think regardless, it would have been in arc of Maul, but
yeah. Now here, Vader, was he just run away? Oh no! Ooh.
So bump into.
Oh.
See, and then this is the other tricky thing. It's like, do I go for Vader because it's range 1? Right.
No, I would say you would just go for Gideon still.
Yeah.
Just because then you can PS kill him, and then he won't shoot your drone.
I'm not going to say that's what I do because I can't remember, but I do know that, like, right at this spot, it's sort of
oh yeah, that juicy targets. It's either you go for probably Duchess or
I think Gideon has to be the ship that I go for just because he's got 1 health left. And
yeah, but then also Vader's right there,
and Duchess as well.
Yeah,
all unmodded.
So it looks like you've gone for.
I went for Duchess.
Went for Duchess.
So it takes 3.
Yeah. So you do get some points back.
Yeah.
And it's actually still quite a close game in that. Oh, beautiful.
At the same time, though, I think at this point in the game, Maul probably wants to be taking a couple of damage.
Yeah.
One or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2 would actually have been like quite good for you. Probably, yeah, if you can take in 1 damage.
So 1 crit. And
I think you spend it just to save.
I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I'm thinking if I want it for the energy shell charges.
Oh, okay. Did you still have them?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Looking at that card.
Yeah.
Well, I think I must have just wanted it for the mods.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would have been better just to spend it. And then here, you probably, what would you do? I don't know if the 1k is actually a good idea.
No.
Because the 1k, I don't think you'll get shots. Because Gideon will probably just run in the back of you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
And at
then
this
also,
point, it was hard to see where Vader and Duchess were going to go as well.
yep. Oh, so you've just done a 1 hard to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably not a good... Because if he bumps... Oh, that is... No. And probably just focuses for defense.
Yeah.
Or evade.
It looks like he's evaded.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And if you do your sloop.
Yeah. So I think that should fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully you can get that with 2 shots into Gideon.
Yeah, hopefully. And I guess at this point as well, it's maybe also hopefully you can get Duchess off. And then with 5 minutes left, hopefully not lose any more points.
But also you're 26 points down. So you need to... You pretty much... You have to get rid of Gideon, and you need to get rid of the rest of Duchess or like half points Vader.
Yeah.
Like for you to be able to win, and keep your the drone alive and Maul above half.
I guess though, my thoughts were to
which now looks a bit harder.
Yeah.
But then in saying, yeah, you pretty much need to get Vader to half to really be to be able to win then.
Yeah.
Because
I'll probably lose the drone and
yeah. So his Vader is 1 point more than Maul, but he's also got a 10-point bid.
Yeah.
So
and that was the last charge afterburners.
Yeah. And that's a good call from Jake. It's just run away with Vader.
So yeah, going range 1 into Duchess.
Do you just...
Well, I didn't spend anything, and
yeah, you could have spent 1.
So yeah, Oh, it's the shield upgrade that I forgot about as well.
Okay.
I should have spent that one. And that was nothing into Gideon.
Yep. Yeah, and now Duchess will probably just get 3 hits. Oh no, 1. And nothing.
So it takes 1 on the Separatist drone.
Yep.
And then range 1 into Gideon. For 2.
Ooh. But yeah, with the evade, his
Natty.
evade is fun.
Well, not natties, but evades it.
Just natural evade.
So I think in that round it was kind of critical that I needed to get both those ships off.
Yep. Yeah, you needed to have had lucky rolls as well. You were able to have been able to kill Duchess, but
So I think that's just going under that template.
oh yeah, you'll fit in there. Yeah, I don't know though. In that situation of, I reckon that Duchess will be doing probably 1 bank anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Gideon said, "Nope, I'm out." Yeah, and Vader's probably also just said, "I'm out too."
Yeah.
And so here he can bump into you. So he's only taken a single shot at Maul this whole game.
Yes.
Oh no, so he's going to turn around. Yeah, see, that's really interesting. I wouldn't have thought.
Range. It looks like it's just range 3 on the drone.
Yep. Oh,
Nothing.
brings his averages back. Oh,
1.
yeah.
And 1.
Yeah.
But he's got the evade anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it was a bit harsh that.
And 2 evades.
2 evades. Yeah, and those sort of swings of where you needed damage to get through. And did you take a shot without joking?
Yes, I shot at Duchess, and then he's like, "Wait, you don't have Duchess in the arc," and I'm like, "You're right." And then we're just like, "Well, it's not going to hit Vader, so we'll say 1 for Vader."
Yeah.
So yeah, Jake won.
Yeah, no, that was.
He played it well.
Yeah, no, he played that really well of keeping guns on pretty much that whole time as well.
Yeah, and he knew exactly, like, not to go for Maul.
Yeah.
I guess if, I had a bit more time, it could have been a little bit better for me. But at the same time, there wasn't really much else to do. But it turned out well. So, thanks for watching, everyone. And we've got 3 more games from the Team Championships coming up.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.